Namaste, guys. ChristianRLong, life enhancement consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Tuesday evening here in Denver, Colorado. It is 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time. We're jumping on for our daily dose of growth, challenges designed to grow your soul and make you a better person. Karen wins the cookie for today. She's logging on first. Namaste, Karen. Bam, you get the teeny tiny high five. We are on our 15th challenge. Our 15th challenge. Man, it seems like only yesterday we were on our 14th challenge. So, what was our challenge for today? It was different. It was stretchy. It was unique. It hadn't been done before. And it was a challenge of building your lower intuition or experimenting with your lower intuition. Jessica, Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And the challenge looked like this. Suresh, Namaste. Andrew, Namaste. Oops, hold on, everyone. Sorry, guys. Oh, Karen did it. Proud of you, girl. I guess we'll wait for some more people to come on. So say you did it or didn't do it. Did it or didn't do it. Whether you know of the challenge or not, that would imply what? You didn't do it. Yes? So it's not something to feel bad about. It's not something to beat yourself up about or to have pity about or you're a bad person or any of those things. You just say, I did the challenge. I didn't do the challenge. Own it. Take responsibility for it, right? Yana, Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Attaboy, Suresh. I love it. Somebody was making fun of me the other day for drinking water out of a shaker bottle because you're supposed to put smoothies in this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you can put anything you want in it. It's your bottle. Denise, Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I did it. Yeah, good job, Denise. Raise the roof. Who else? Remember, I did it. I didn't do it. I did it. I didn't do it. And then we'll get into what the challenge was, get some feedback, and then go into the higher understanding of the actual challenge. Okay? So the challenge was, Rosalind, Namaste, to practice your lower intuition. So you had a choice of 10 questions that are multiple choice, and then you be still, meaning you don't move your physical body, you be still, you be aware of your navel center, and you be aware of option A, option B, option C, option A, option B, option C, and you feel from your navel, from your gut, is the answer A, B, or C? And you can validate it because it's a multiple choice, it's trivia, you can find out if those facts are correct or not. And so you're practicing, and then the goal is to do 10 and find out, did you get one question right, 3 questions right, 5, 7, or all 10 questions right? Then you would have a very good lower intuition or lower gut instinct. All right, so Joanna did it. Excellent. Tina and Elena did it. Excellent. Denise says it was so freaking cool. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so, whoa, Jessica went hardcore with the insights. So, where do I start? I eagerly looked up questions I had no clue the answer to. Good. And invoked and tried to connect to my navel. Good. I asked the questions, said with the answers, waiting for something, and went with the answer. I got a feeling in my stomach. Out of 10, I got 0 right. I believe I overthought because then Mom sent me one. I just answered them and got 58% because I went with the first one. Very good. Very, very good. Keep going. What other awareness did you get before the challenge? Have you noticed a lot of people don't give their awareness before the challenge? Like, here's the challenge, guys, and you're like, you never really say much. You say your awareness during and after. Are you guys aware of that? It's funny, right? So what was your awareness as you're getting the challenge? What was your awareness during the challenge? And what was your awareness after the challenge? Okay? All right. And then Jessica continues to say, if I go with the first test, I have a lot of work to do. If I go with the second, I need to learn to not overthink. Correct. Because it's gut feeling, right? Not gut thinking. So I says, worked 40-50% of the time, felt the tingling feeling in my navel each time was interesting. Very good. Very, very good. Excellent. Good. What else? Amanda, Namaste. Tiny high five for you. What was your feedback? I did it. I didn't do it. What was your feedback? I did it. I didn't do it. What was your feedback? Again, today's challenge, of the 15 challenges, today's challenge was connected to lower intuition, to gut instinct. What else? Also, for those of you who've been following us from the beginning and then maybe into the 7th, 8th challenge, I'm reminding you we are now halfway through 30 challenges. So for those of you who have completed every challenge properly and on time, you have 15 more challenges to get a free coaching and healing session, which is a $225 value, which is awesome, right? And guess what? You become better every single day that you do the challenges. So if you've done every single challenge up to this point, you're halfway through. If you've missed a couple days or you weren't doing it in a row, then obviously you have to do 30 consecutive challenges in a row. You have to have said, I did it 30 consecutive times. Now you might be asking me the question, Christian, are you tracking each and every one of us? No, it's based on the honor system. I don't have the time or the interest to track each and every one of you if you're doing the challenges every single time you say you're doing the challenges. Why? Because you're an adult. Because you're a being of free will. You can do what you want, when you want, how you want. I'm not here to babysit anybody. I'm here to facilitate this process. Different skill set. Lizzie, I'm going to say, welcome. So Denise says, I looked up multiple areas of trivia. Excellent. I got 3. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. It's moving fast. I got 3 wrong. When I let my brain get in the way, I got it wrong. When I focused on my navel, I felt energy. Then I got a rush of energy to my head, felt blissful, and I got the answer right. That is amazing feedback. Excellent, Denise. Tina, what does Tina say? I chose topics I knew nothing about. Perfect. I tried to guess based off of the answer looked familiar at all. Didn't do well, but after I felt like I would like to be open to learning about these topics. Interesting. That's a little side benefit to challenge number 15. Okay. And then Karen, somebody loved her comment before it was even read. Karen says, mine was 50-50. Good. Before the challenge, I wasn't excited about it. Had some resistance. I was thinking I don't know how to connect to the navel, my intuition. But you did it, and look at that, 50-50. That's excellent. It's actually higher than most people using their intuition. Jessica says, me too, I was very clueless. On how to connect to my intuition. Good. I like that. That's why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to grow. Lizzie says, I did it before. I didn't want to do it. I was very resistant during. I used it to study for a test I have to take. It was very hard to focus and follow my instinct. I kept resisting it and going out of knowledge after. I need to trust my instinct. Okay. Michael, I'm going to say, welcome. Good. That's good feedback. Have you guys noticed that this challenge was more difficult than other challenges? Not only was it more difficult because it required you to invest more energy into it, but it was more foreign to each and every one of you, right? Very good. Very good. What else? Joanna says, I was in panic mode because I had a busy day. Seems to be the theme with everyone today. Was not sure I was going to get to do it. I did it at 6:15 Eastern time, and out of the 18 quiz tests, I got 10 right. Wow, very good. Very good. That's 50%. Whoops, hold on everyone. Hold on, sorry guys. The test, I had no idea what any of the answers would have been. The test average score was 13, so I guess my gut instinct is not so bad. Correct. Very good. Denise says, then my son Joey wanted to know what I was doing, and he gave me a multiple choice on rap, and I got his question right. Excellent. He was so amazed that he wants to try. Whoa, do you see how the knowledge is spreading? As you become an example, as you grow and evolve, it inspires what? Other people to grow and evolve. So now you start having a multiplier effect. Andrew says, didn't do it. Thank you for taking responsibility for that. I appreciate you. Tina says, Elena picked things she didn't like and did okay, but she felt like she should have known more about history because she took the class already. That's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. What else? What else? What else? Anyone else want to add additional feedback before we go into the higher teachings and practices of this challenge on lower intuition or gut instinct? Lower intuition or gut instinct. Feel free. Throw it out there. And by the way, this is lower intuition. There are other levels of intuition. True or not true? Feel free, throw out anything else. I'll give you guys another 15, 30 seconds. Again, if you do 30 consecutive challenges in a row, so you could do 15 to 45, those challenges. You could do challenge 1 to 30. You could do 30 to 60 consecutive challenges, 30 consecutive challenges in a row. You get a free energy coaching session and healing session, $225 value. Which is interesting because it sounds like value, as in like, that's not really what it is, but that's my rate. So I remember a mentor of mine said a long time ago, she says, priceless. The healings that we do for people within pranic healing, if we're good, if we follow the protocols, are priceless. Can't put a price tag on it. As Grandmaster Cho Koksui would say, you never charge for healing, you charge for your time. You never charge for healing, you charge for your time. The healing is free. It's the time that you're paying for. So you have to ask yourself the question, what is my time worth? Right? What is my time worth? Okay. So far, so good. That's our feedback for today. Good, excellent feedback. Okay, so intuition, you hear the term thrown around all the time. Intuition, 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 intuition. I want to improve my intuition. But as you guys found out in today's challenge, what does that even mean? Right? So on the navel chakra level, which is known as Tifereth, in the Kabbalah, which means beauty, it is a storehouse of energy. So we store energy in our navel chakra, around our navel center. So gut instinct shows up like this. If you're in business and you have option A and option B, in option A, you look at all the numbers and it looks like it's going to make millions of dollars. Phenomenal. All the numbers look great. But the person making the decision, it doesn't feel right in their gut. So their gut, their navel chakra, is knowing something on another plane that goes, there's something about this deal that's going to lose money. Even though all the numbers look right, there's something about it that doesn't feel right. Then you have option B, which the numbers don't look so amazing, but the business owner, the entrepreneur, feels that it's going to make money. That's lower intuition. It's a feeling, and martial artists and business people tend to have very strong developed navel chakras. So if somebody throws something at you and you catch it reflexively, that's a function of the navel chakra, meaning you're not thinking, okay, need to raise my hand at this angle, at this speed, and do blah, blah, blah to catch the item. No, you just go bam, and you catch it. That's navel chakra. So people who are good martial artists, people who are good athletes, people who are good in business, people who make good decisions, strong navel chakras. Because the navel chakra also deals with power, physical power. So if you have a weak, depleted navel chakra, you will consistently take options that don't move you forward. You will consistently take options that don't move you forward. You will go, you don't practice listening. What did we do for today's challenge? You practice being still, being aware of the navel, asking the question, and seeing what you notice. If your navel expands and making a decision, that's the right decision. If your navel chakra gets smaller in making that decision, it's not the right one for you. Does that make sense? But you have to be aware of your navel. If you have no awareness, then your lower gut intuition will be wrong or will not be developed. Okay? So Jessica says, I can do that, catching moving objects rather quickly, so I was thinking I'm getting far into my head, which covers the next point that we want to cover with Jessica, that she says, when I started thinking about it, I kept making the wrong decisions. Denise was saying, as I was thinking about it, I kept making the wrong decisions. Exactly. It's based on feeling. It's not based on all the data. That's why with Elena, she goes, well, I don't know these topics. I wish I knew these topics better and I could make better decisions. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the navel. The navel. Feeling and going, huh. And it's like this. It's fast. The navel chakra works fast. Now, what are the higher levels of intuition? The higher levels of intuition, forehead chakra. Instead of feeling something with your intuition, right? You know something by looking at it energetically. You know something by looking at it energetically. That takes far more training, and there's far more nuances to the technique. Andrea, namaste. Does that make sense? And then the highest level in this incarnated way of knowing is the crown chakra, which means you don't have to study, you don't have to look, and you see no form. So you know people who are psychics and mediums, and they tell you something clairvoyantly, what they're doing is they're seeing a form, an energy form of something, right? A person who works from the crown chakra knows without seeing any form. They just go, it's answer A, it's answer B, it's answer C, it's answer E, it's answer D. It's none of the answers. All the answers are incorrect. That's crown chakra. So the great spiritual teachers, when they're teaching, when they're healing, when they're providing counsel to people, they're operating from their crown, right? Sometimes they're looking, but they have mastered their chakras. So it depends on what they need at that time. All right, gut intuition, higher intuition, crown intuition, right? So it depends what they need when they need it. Does that make sense? So Joanna says, I do that with people. I pick up good vibes or not so good vibes, and my gut instinct is normally right. Correct. So if you have a developed navel and you meet somebody, you'll go, I feel this could be a good friendship. I feel this could be a good relationship. I feel this could be whatever. But because people do what, Jessica? They get into their heads and they second guess their gut instinct. I'm not saying your gut instinct is right 100% of the time, because you may have a small navel that's depleted, so it's not going to be very accurate. But if you have a big navel that's strong and healthy, and you feel something, you run with that. Versus, wait a minute, I got to break out all the details. I got to look at everything. It's a faster way of doing it. Okay? So Tina says, hold on everyone. So I feel I can make good decisions and choices if I know about whatever it is, but if I'm clueless on topic, I'm just guessing. Correct. You are just guessing if you haven't developed your navel. If your navel is clean, strong, and healthy, it's an inner knowing. It's an inner knowing. It's an inner feeling. So you're right. And that would be more based on your solar plexus. So are you guys starting to understand how the chakras are interconnected, and how if one is malfunctioning, it indirectly affects the other chakras? So you want to have a clean, strong energy body all the time with all your chakras. So Jessica says, mine too in the norm without testing it, but when I get put to the test, I mess it up. Right, so good point. If you're being still and being aware, you're going to be accurate. True or not true? Why? Because you're still. And in stillness, you have clarity, and with clarity comes certainty. But if you're nervous, if you're anxious, if you're being pushed in a corner and you don't have what? Stillness, you're going to be making an irrational decision. How many of us have made decisions based on feeling negatively, and then that causes us to have a negative outcome? Right? We make a rash decision. We're like, I gotta do this. And then we make the decision and the outcome is not so positive. Versus, be still, be aware of the navel, ask the question, A, B, C, D. My navel gets stronger on B. I'm going to go with B. The funny thing is, even you guys want to hear something amazing? You're like, oh, so if I feel A, and A's the right one, A makes my navel bigger. I feel a lot of energy when I go with A. Does that mean I'm going to go with it? Nope. Because another virtue is connected to it called self-delusion. How many of us know the right thing to do, right? Lower instinct, right? Lower gut instinct. We know, we feel this is the right thing to do, or we feel this is the wrong thing to do, and we do it anyways. We do the wrong thing, or we don't do the right thing. How many of us have been there? That's called self-delusion. Another level of truth, another level of understanding. So to give you an example, I was certainly too attached. Correct. You got it, Jessica. That's why you got to be loose. You got to be relaxed. When you're doing something clairvoyantly, when you're doing something with your intuition, you have to be relaxed. You have to be in a yin state. Like this. Have you ever done daydreaming? You ever look out the window and just be like, I wish I wasn't here. I wish I was floating off with the clouds, or jumping around rainbows, or like high-fiving leprechauns over a pot of gold, right? You ever been in that space? That's the space you want to be in when you do intuitive things. You don't go, give me the answer. So going back to self-delusion and intuition, so a friend of mine was asking me about a relationship. And I said, okay, let's experiment. And she goes, okay. She wants to know if this is the right guy or not the right guy for her. I said, you ready? I said, be aware of your heart. Different purpose. Relax, guys. Different purpose. Be aware of your heart. Now ask the question if this is the right partner for you. And she said, nope. Like that. Almost instantaneous. So then I asked her the question, if that's the right answer and you know it on the heart level that that's the right answer, then why would you pursue a relationship with this person? And then guess what? She goes right back into her head. She goes into her throat and into her ajna, looking for rationalizations and justifications and looking for gathering more data, right? And that's where self-delusion comes in, self-conceitedness, self-inflation, inaccurate viewpoint, not judging the situation correctly, all these factors. It's amazing, right? It's extraordinarily complex. To have good intuition is extraordinarily complex. I'll say that again. To have good intuition is extraordinarily complex, especially on the higher levels. It takes years and years and years and years and years of practice and training and feedback. So you guys got a level of understanding of like, so I have a center, an energy center, a chakra in my body called the navel chakra that deals with power, that deals with lower intuition, gut instinct, and it guides me to good decisions, and it guides me to stay away from bad decisions. Okay, cool. That's one level of truth. And that's practicing it for just 15 minutes. What if you practice that for many, 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 many months, right? And what if you practice your higher intuition, your forehead and crown, for many, 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 many months and years? How good would you be at knowing things? Intuition. But guess what? Nobody wants to do that. People don't want to put in the time, the money, the energy, the effort to become good at it. So you guys are starting to have a understanding, right? Because that's what the evening portions are about. So you did the practice, you did the challenge, you got feedback, you're like, that's interesting, I never thought about it like that. You share your awareness, understanding. Kat, Atma Namaste. You share your awareness and understanding before, during, and after the challenge, and then we share the higher teachings of that challenge. Intuition is amazing. People that have good intuition, they know things like that. I have friends like this, mentors like this. I've had to develop it in my own life over many, many years, and it's super, super helpful, but it's not easy to acquire. Any questions? Yupper's deep stuff here. For sure. Karen says, I always felt safer using my head and making decisions from that place. Correct. So, if you are not tapped into your lower emotions and know how to work with them, then it's more difficult to tap into your higher emotions and to work with that. So what do we do to stay safe, to stay comfortable, to stay protected? Here. The throat and the ajna. My mentor, one of my mentors, shared with me many years ago, he says, you are going to come to a point that you realize your mental intelligence is very limited to your intuitive intelligence. Grandmaster Chola Kuk-Sui says the difference between someone who uses intuitive intelligence and mental intelligence is the difference between somebody who is blind and somebody who can see. Think about that for a second. The difference between somebody that has intuitive intelligence versus mental intelligence is the difference between someone who can see and someone who is blind. Amazing. It's amazing. So our mental faculties have limitations. And higher intuition is a whole other ballgame with a whole other conversation, which we might do as a challenge in the upcoming month. Joanna says, I have done that several times as well as Jessica. I pick up my gut instinct and then I second guess it and find out I should have never second guessed it. Correct. You got it. So what are you guys practicing when you're being still, being aware of your navel and asking the question? Is it option A, option B, option C, option D? Be still, be aware. What's your navel telling you? Because what you're doing is you're learning to feel what's right and you're learning to feel what's wrong. Hello? You guys, is this making sense? So as you keep doing that over and over and over again, you become like the business owner looking at business deals who goes, no, that one's going to lose money, that one's going to make money. Like that. You don't need to look at all the details. Same thing with the martial artist, same thing with the athlete. If an athlete stays in their head during a game, how effective are they going to be at doing what they do? Not so effective. So they are more what? Embodied. They're in their lower chakras, navel, sex, and basic, solar plexus too, to allow them to play their sport. They're not here. They're not here. Now, a scientist and a researcher are here, but the best ones are here. Do you know the greatest inventions of humanity were developed from the forehead and the crown? Higher intuition. So Nikola Tesla, who basically transformed our lives with technology, forehead chakra, huge forehead chakra. He had big other chakras too, but huge forehead chakra. Most martial arts and even sports is muscle memory though. Yes, to a degree, still embodied though. Still embodied. Embodied means in the body, right? So the lower the chakras, the more it's connected to the physical body. So the basic chakra at the tailbone deals with your physical body, your blood, your bone, your blood, your bone, your skins, reproduction of white blood cells, reproduction of red blood cells, right? That's the basic chakra. Super, super important. So any athlete has a big, strong, healthy basic chakra. Any super prosperous person has a big, strong, healthy basic chakra. Yeah, correct. You nailed it, Jessica. You act without thinking. That's navel chakra. I'll say that again. You act without thinking. That's navel chakra. So as soon as you go, option A feels good, and you're like, but wait a minute, was option A good, or should I go for option B? You lost it. Yes? Do you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns about today's challenge? Challenge number 15, the challenge of navel chakra, gut instinct, lower intuition. You got it. Jessica said it. Yes, and I thought away the answer. Correct. So when I had you look at asking questions about fields of study you knew nothing about, that's the point, is to get you out of your head. Oh, I don't know throat chakra. I don't know the answer. Lower mental. Throat chakra is lower mental. I don't know the answer. But option A feels like the right answer. Option A it is. Option A doesn't feel like the right answer. All right, so what are the other options? So when you get good at gut instinct, you can feel your way through life and feel your way through making better decisions. It's a lower level of truth, but it's much more effective than not applying your gut instinct and lower intuition. Yes? Perfect. So that is it, guys, for this evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for adding your comments, your questions, livening things up, because if you guys weren't on here, I would just be talking to myself and it would be extremely boring. You're like, wait a minute. I think Christian just talks to himself for hours on end and then, occasionally has an audience here and there. Maybe. You're very welcome, Jessica. Let me know how I can continue to serve you guys. For those of you who need healing, reach out to me. Sign up for a healing session. Let's do some coaching. Let's do some healing. Let's move your life forward in whatever direction you want to go. I love seeing the transformation of my clients. It gets me super jacked up and excited. So that's the gift you guys give me when you get healing and do the homework assignment. And then that's it. So love you as well, Jessica. You're welcome, Denise. And I look forward to serving you guys now and forever. Joanna says, thank you. Have a great evening. Namaste. Much love and light. So be it, so be it, so be it. And may God and Grandmaster Cho Koksui bless each and every one of you and your family members with light, love, and power, with inner and outer transformation, with inner and outer healing. In their holy name, so be it, so be it, so be it, so be it. Love you guys very much. I'm off to do some more work, and I will talk to you soon. This is Christian Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful life. Atma, Namaste. Bye-bye.